Hi guys, it's James here from the We Are Tier Fund community. We're hearing a lot and talking a lot about COVID-19 and the coronavirus. But what exactly is it, and why will it have a large effect on people that are living in situations of poverty? Well, COVID-19 is an illness, and it's an illness that is brought on by a type of coronavirus. Coronaviruses are viruses that are new, and we as humans don't have a natural immunity to them. And this is why we're practicing the kind of social distancing that we are in the UK right now, making sure that we are trying to protect the vulnerable, people that have pre-existing health conditions or the elderly, to try and make sure that we're trying to stop the spread of the virus. And we have seen, haven't we, that the effect that this virus can have on countries such as Italy and countries such as our own. But we predict that this coronavirus will have a particular impact and spread faster in countries that are experiencing situations of poverty. The World Health Organization's Regional Director for Africa said this: "The coronavirus outbreak, COVID-19, is one of the biggest health challenges that Africa has faced in a generation." But why is that the case? Why is the virus more likely to have a greater impact for longer and spread quicker in countries that are facing situations of poverty? Let's have a look at three key areas. Firstly, healthcare. And healthcare is a massive thing to consider when thinking about the impact that COVID-19, this particular coronavirus, will have. As I mentioned earlier, we've seen the impact that COVID-19 is having on countries such as Italy. However, Italy has 41 doctors per 10,000 people. 41 doctors per 10,000 people, and is described as having one of the most sophisticated healthcare systems in the world. Contrast that to a country such as Senegal, and Senegal has less than one doctor per 10,000 people. Less than one doctor per 10,000 people. If we look at the continent of Africa as a whole, it's estimated that there is a shortage of 3.6 million healthcare workers that will be critical to helping treat people and stop the spread of the virus. On top of that, over half the population of Africa has no access to modern healthcare services, which means that loads of people will be left without being able to go somewhere that might give them life-saving treatment if they contracted the virus. Secondly, we all know that we should be washing our hands. We've heard it on the TV numerous times, and we've heard that this is one of the biggest things we can do to stop the spread of the virus. However, 3/4 of people that live in situations of poverty don't have access to somewhere where they can wash their hands with soap and water. We're told that the greatest defence against the virus is by washing our hands. However, the majority of people living in poverty don't have access to items needed to defend themselves. So we've got healthcare, we've got being able to wash our hands, kind of what we might call sanitation. And the third thing that will cause the impact of the coronavirus to be greater and have a greater impact on people living in poverty is poverty itself. Because of this, a large number of people living in situations of poverty won't be able to self-isolate, something we've been asked to do here in the UK. People have large families who sometimes live together, living in close proximity with one another. Also, water might have to be sourced from a tap that is central to the village, that is in the centre of a village, and so loads of people from that village will come to this one particular place to get something that they need to live, such as water. There might also be a limited number of toilets for a community of people, so a community might have shared toilets, and that might be the only kind of toilets that they have. Not only this, but because of the situation of poverty, people are more likely to have other health issues. For example, issues that is brought on by hunger or malnutrition, for example, not having the kind of nutrients that they need to keep healthy, or diarrhea or malaria are just some of the kind of health issues that people might be facing living in situations of poverty. This would make them more likely to catch the virus because of the effect that some of these health issues will have on their immune system. At Tear Fund, we are passionate about ensuring that people don't only lift themselves out of poverty, but are able to live lives and continue to live lives that enable them to flourish. The sad thing is that this outbreak threatens to push people back into poverty. We know that this crisis isn't just a health crisis. This coronavirus is going to push people back into poverty, affecting their jobs, their education, their lives. People that have managed to start businesses through self-help groups that are run by local churches threaten to lose their business and might have to close it down. Children who, for the first time, have managed to kind of get an education, the first time in a generation, are then going to have to then stay at home. People that have kind of lost the anxiety of kind of being able to put food on the table will again have that anxiety return. So we are passionate about making sure that people live lives that enable them to flourish. We want to see people flourish in all of their lives. And the question is, will you help us do just that?